Hey, beautiful people. I'm Mila.
Hey y'all, I'm Monica.
And thanks for joining us.
How's your week?
Hey, I am well and I'm thriving.
Okay. You know, that is our official mantra to kick us off. So I am very excited about our conversation today. We have been looking forward to this. Of course, it is not only Virgo season, but we finally hit September. So I'm so excited about that. So everyone get your calendars out because you know that we are going to, of course, eventually get to what is happening for this month.
What's going on?
Literally what's going on in September. But before that, we are excited. We are going to have a very grown and sexy music conversation with the Northwest own Jay
Hey,
Charles.
Charles.
Yeah, so I'm pumped about that. I'm like clapping, and I definitely think it's going to be something that everyone's going to enjoy. It's kick back. His vibe though is
Right.
so super like chill, and his
Smooth.
voice, it's very smooth. He's a very smooth man. Okay. So I feel like everyone is going to enjoy our little kickback with him. But Monica, I know that he is actually a family friend, a friend. You actually know him. Of course, I know him through you, and I've seen him out in the town a lot. But just kind of tell
Right.
us a little bit about Jay Charles to get us ready for this dynamic interview. And then, of course, keep listening because we definitely got your roll call for September. But what's up with Jay Charles?
Well, we're gonna put it all out there. So he is profoundly emerging as one of the music's purest talents. Jay Charles, he's established himself as a singer, songwriter, multi instrumentalist, and producer.
Hmm.
He expresses his gift of song with passion and enthusiasm that is infectious. And Jay's lyrical sincerity and soulful approach are both refreshing and enduring. And so, we've been to a few
A few of the shows,
shows,
yes, for
from
sure.
Seattle to Tacoma.
I've seen him tickling. I mean, I know he plays a lot of instruments, but he is very smooth on the keys, and there's
Right.
nothing like a man that can sing and play and just, yes.
Well, also being a brother of Kappa Alpha Psi, he
Hmm.
graduated from Eastern Washington
Okay, so there's some
University.
credentials. So you're trying to give us, you said this brother got some credentials too to go along with his talent. And isn't that the most dynamic combination, when your God-given gifts, abilities, and talents, and then you put a little extra fire on it,
A little
put some,
stank on it.
yeah, put some paperwork on it. Yeah. So I am excited about that. So, without further ado, let's get into our interview with Jay Charles. We'll clap it at
Yay!
woo. Thank you.
In the
So,
house.
so welcome, Jay Charles. We are very happy to have you here with us.
Yes, we
Well,
are.
I'm grateful to be here with you all. It's a beautiful day.
That's
Well,
what we
wherever
like
you
to.
are, it's a beautiful
Yes, it
day.
is.
Yes, it is. Hey, amen. Yes.
Yes, it is.
so, so for the family, I mean, of course, we gave you a great introduction, but for the family that might not know who you are, will you just give them a quick little elevator spin, like let them know, introduce, because we know you. We're about to hype you up, but how would you
Hmm.
like the people to know you today?
Well, first of all, I'm a gentleman. Good morning,
Woo!
ladies. Good afternoon.
Yes.
Um, Second of all, I am a musician. Um, yes, I got a heart for the youth.
Mhm.
Um, what else do people need to know?
Well, I guess they'll find out. They'll find out, I guess,
Right,
as
as
we
we
start
go
talking.
along,
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
let's build it up together. Yes.
Oh, he is very smooth, ladies and gentlemen, family. Just be
Smooth
be prepared.
operator.
Be prepared. Be prepared. Your hearts, your all those things, honey. He's just that kind of man. But like you said, he is a gentleman, and that is what I appreciate. I, of course, am a fan. Monica is a friend and a fan, so there's that connection there, and that's why I said we're very grateful that he took the time out of his busy, active schedule to come and just have this conversation with us. We want to, of course, talk about music and you
Hmm.
know all the good stuff regarding that. We want to get into what the musicians listen to, what he's vibing on. So just to get us started today, kind of one of the questions that we want to ask you is why Seattle? Like, we know how talented you are. I remember the first time I actually saw you, it was at like Wonder Bar or Babalu's over in Queen Anne with my homegirl. Hey
Wow.
yo, and you were just grooving. You had a little group with you, a little band, and you were just doing your thing. And I was like, wow. I was like, that brother won't be in Seattle for long because he's super talented. But then you stayed and you created a name and a lane and really have had success in the Northwest. So let us know why you stayed. Why you
Well,
stayed in the
that's
Northwest.
precisely why. You know, I think that there had been a gold rush of talent um, in Seattle, and I can like go down the schedule of names who I feel were like pioneers in the game and real gems of the city who found opportunity elsewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what that did is that plucked the fruit from the vein. You know what I mean? So it's like what that did was one it it took away a lot of the identity of soul music in Seattle
Mm-hmm.
because it
Right.
moved to New York, it moved to LA, it moved to Houston, it moved to Atlanta, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Well,
it kind of joined forces there. But what it also did what is it created an opportunity for, saying us who were like very like purists in music to,
mm-hmm.
like reestablish like like, like it's not going nowhere. Like Seattle's a very musical city, what I'm saying? Home of Quincy Jones, home of Jimi Hendrix, home
Mm-hmm.
Of
of,
course.
Nirvana, you know what I mean? Like and you can list the names, you know what I mean, and the people who've been in and through Seattle and like come to Seattle, to
Yes.
find inspiration, right? So
Yeah. Ray Charles,
like
we can't forget him. He played for a lot of the local Seattle churches, which I know that
right.
you have a church background. We know you're college
Hmm.
educated, so you put your money where your mouth is. You can back it up. You have credentials as well as God given talent. And so, that is one of the things that make you unique. Now, I know, Monica, there were some questions and some things that we had kind of talked about in our little sidebar that we wanted to
Yes.
bring up with Jay.
Yes. So with September around the corner, and we know you that you love the youth, how do you incorporate your gifts and talents of your music within the classroom?
You know what's wild? I'm very humble about my gifts in school. I work with a lot of underprivileged and under-resourced kids. So a lot of my work in schools is to get these young men and women just comfortable enough to be in school to where, educators can do their job and reach and teach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, once we cross that bridge, saying and get them, their basic needs met to a certain degree, then there's an opportunity to develop a relationship. Um, and in being in education and also moonlighting as everything musical it takes me out of the building a lot um so with that it's more so showing the kids that you don't have to be limited and be great at the same time, you know
Just
what I
the
mean?
one
Like
thing.
you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to be just one thing, you know what I mean? And also, it gives them an opportunity to see the world through my eyes, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these kids don't get to see outside of their backyard. So then when they hear like, oh, Mr. J went to Rhode Island, now they're looking on the map to see where Rhode Island is. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? It gives them an opportunity to, think about, the opportunities that are out there, and to be creative with what they want to do with their gifts.
Or even
So
South
that
Africa.
yeah, I mean, real talk. You know what I mean? You can name them. You can name them. You know what I mean? I think we could talk about the places I've been. I think have not been. That'd be a shorter list. But
Right.
with that, it just exposes them to the opportunity of exploration. So
Of
that's how
course.
that's
And
that's
with
one
you,
way I use the gift. Hmm.
Okay.
right. And with you moonlighting, you've been on tour, so give us some more information in regards to where you at, where you performing.
Hmm.
How was that during the summer?
Yeah, because
Oh,
I
let
know
me
you say
tell.
booked and busy, Jay.
And let me tell you, it was a booked and busy summer. 'Cause I feel like it was like
Catch up.
uh, It was catch up. We was playing catch up. Everything that we didn't do, we did it 3 times. you know,
Woo wee.
all throughout the summer. All throughout the summer.
So you
So
also were having a Hades day summer. I've been teasing Monica about how hot and wonderful her summer is because, like you said, we are playing catch up or just getting back in there, really excited to be moving and grooving. And I definitely want you to
right.
answer that question, Jay. But then I also
Mm.
want you to let the people know what you mentioned soul music, but what kind of musician do you consider yourself? I mean, is there a genre that you say captures your essence? Because we definitely know you play multi instruments, you produce, you do a variety of things, and you work with, some of the, well, they might have started out small, but now they're more known in R&B and soul. So, what kind of musician you are. And then, of course, tell us about your summer, your summer. We want to know about your Hades days.
Yeah. Hot times in the town.
Yeah.
Well, like from May until about July, we were on a multi-city U.S. tour. Um, I'm the musical director for a five-time Grammy-nominated artist out of Detroit by the name of Dwelle. And
Hey.
Yay, yeah.
that guy, that's yeah. What's crazy about him is that like you would never think that somebody that you were a fan of would be one day considered like a brother. You know what I mean? Like that's a good dude. That's a good
That's
dude.
amazing.
So yeah, no, so that's a good relationship. I'm happy to have rock with him for the better part of 11 to 12 years.
Yep,
Um
we saw you at Jazz Alley. A side note, Monica, we had a big sister's birthday in September 20, blah blah blah. Like you said, it's been
Several years.
years ago,
right, right.
and we saw you on the keys, and I'm like, what? And then of course,
Right.
Dwelly, we were excited about, of course he was giving us life. I mean, it's still one of
Yeah.
our most memorable, like everybody getting together, going out. We were at Jazz Alley in Seattle, and
Yeah.
it was just wonderful. So I just had to shout that little sidebar.
Sold out Jazz Alley on a Tuesday, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, but
You
we
know what I mean?
represent, yes.
Exactly. So I mean that was wonderful. Jazz Alley need to stop playing. Get Dwelly back in there. I hope this on the
I was gonna
podcast.
say,
Anyway,
we need another show soon.
yeah, yeah.
Pronto stat.
Yes,
Monica and I were talking about that. I'm like,
Stafford.
girl, no, we saw them at Jazz Alley. She's like, Hard Rock.
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
no,
Yeah.
they had Hard Rock too, but our first
Yeah.
time was Jazz Alley.
But see, that's wild. So it's like every other city besides Seattle, you know what I'm saying, for now.
Ugh.
So, we did the tour from Oakland, was a highlight. Atlanta was definitely a highlight. New York City was a highlight. Pittsburgh, on my first time in Pittsburgh. Um,
How was
and
that?
that was a great show. That was a great show. I had a good time, and Pittsburgh is a nice looking city. Pittsburgh is
All
a nice
right.
looking city. Um,
And you were
Still
in
holding on
DC
to
also.
DC is like the home away from home at this point. We're always
Oh,
in
good.
DC.
Chocolate City. I mean,
We're
you gotta
always,
love that part of the country.
yeah, no, it's a whole lot of us and it's a whole lot of beauty. So I love going to DC.
So okay, well those are good vibes. So then it sounds like I know you work with, but you work with a lot of other artists. So would you consider yourself, yeah, you're smooth for sure. So are you
Hmm,
soul? Are you R&B? Do you not want to be labeled? I know that in this current time people don't like labels. So do you not put
yeah.
yourself in a genre, or are you proud to be like, no, I'm R&B. I'm bringing it back. I'm what soul looks like in Seattle or the
you
But I guess
know?
Northwest.
to that, but I guess to that point, where did it go? I think what happened to R&B is that they made you go look for it. You know what I mean? And that's the only
Mm,
difference. You know what I mean? So like you'd
Hmm.
have to have the prowess to read a book with pages to understand that like I think Usher said it best. Like R&B is the end all to be all. It wouldn't be a whole lot of other stuff if it wasn't for rhythm and blues. You know what
right.
I
So
mean?
it's not dead. R&B is not
It's not,
dead.
yeah, it's lively, you know what I'm saying? It's just that
Right.
people are being fed, McDonald's and don't really know how to digest filet mignon no
Okay.
more.
Mm.
That's just it.
Her message. I like that point, honey. You're
That's
surviving on McDonald's, so you don't know that filet mignon is where you want to be. That's what we're
that's
aspiring.
it. That's
I
it.
mean,
We're top tier over here. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So if anything, if I was like, yo, well, you want to put a label? I don't know. People are so against labels, but it's just one of
mm,
those things. I just want to make feel good music. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
selfishly, I make the music that I want to hear. You know what I mean?
okay,
And if y'all vibe with it, I love y'all for it. You know what I mean? I love y'all for it. But a lot of times it's just like I just want to put that atmosphere of goodness in there. You know what I
Okay.
mean? To combat what is being force fed to us. You know what I mean? Like,
Oof.
and that's
Mhm.
really what I mean. You know what I mean? There's a lot of junk out there. You know what I mean? And like it's being forced upon us. At every angle and every side. You know what I mean? So that we have to be conscientious of what we are uh, not only putting out, but what we are taking in. So,
Exactly.
my genre is feel good music.
So with that
That's what
being
it boils
said,
down to.
you are so busy with your travels and then with your, helping the children and doing what you do. Are you going to be dropping any new music anytime soon, or is there something on the horizon, or is there something out that we can get this feel good prescription that we obviously need, especially going into cuffing season? Like, let us know, Jay.
Especially going into cuffing season because y'all gonna need something to run a bubble bath and light a candle to. I hear you.
Speak on
Look,
it.
rub
Speak
the
on
I
it.
rub
hear
rub the
you.
feet down.
Yeah, so you got to speak it like you seek it. I am in the process of working on that bubble bath music. It
Mm,
is it is definitely on the way. I got to be honest with you, sis.
mhm,
I've recognized procrastination as a form of anxiety in me. So
mm.
like I have a catalog of songs that are being breathed life into as we speak. So
Okay.
uh, I don't want to put a date on it because I don't want to be boxed in, but I do have a personal deadline that I am on track of meeting. So it's on
Okay.
the way.
Okay, so that's good because at the end I will give you all you'll give us all the information on how we can find you, stock you, keep up where you're going to be at, in a professional way because we just like to feel good. So
Yeah.
I love that. So kind of, keeping with the same vibe, but summer is still here for another 20 days, we'll be into September and all that. But I just want to know what music got you excited this summer? Like, were there any new releases? Did you have a song or a groove that you were vibing out to? It's still not too late for us to vibe out to it. So let us know.
Right.
Right. You know who it's for me it's tough
Hmm.
to listen to music because like I feel like I hear it all the time. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it's like even in the silence I'm hearing something, you know what I mean? So when I do get an opportunity to listen to something, it's majorly meditative, like
Okay.
lo-fi beats, stuff to, kind of help me not think about things for a while. But
Hmm.
let me tell you, I am this morning. I heard a collaboration between PJ Morton, Stevie Wonder, and Nas.
Yes.
Hmm.
That
That sounds
was
like fire.
ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like it was like a kaleidoscope of greatness. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was called Be Water, and that's already on the playlist.
It's awesome. I
Um,
already had to repost it.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It was funky. It was funky. I was like, man, because PJ Morton likened Stevie in my eye. You know what I'm saying? To hear them on the same track, it was good. It was good. It was good to hear the texture of their voices together. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Right.
And then Nas it just sprinkles that, saying black excellence on there. It's just
A
wonderful.
Virgo, a fellow Virgo. It
Yeah.
is Virgo season, so I'm gonna shout it out. I didn't
All
even have to
right.
bribe Jay Charles about this, honey. He came, he said Nas, he put him out there. So
But
happy
that's it. I
birthday,
mean,
Virgo season.
shout shout out to the earth signs. We grounded.
Hmm.
I hear you.
Yes, I know you're Cap.
Um,
You're a Capricorn. For those that might not know, we did a little research. Thank goodness
yeah,
Bonica, like I said, she got the scoop. She's like, he's a Capricorn too. I was like, oh, Earth sign, my people. That's what I like to hear.
yeah, that's
Hardworking,
it.
hustlers. They got it in. Like
Business
I said,
minded,
Yeah,
very much so.
yeah.
you know.
Everybody got their little sprinkle of razzle dazzle, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course. Uh,
Yeah.
so then, as a musician, like you said, you're always hearing music. You have to sometimes learn how to dial it down or tune it out because you are a musical soul. So, do
Mhm.
you listen? Do you watch award shows? Do you get hyped up about that? Does that mean anything to you? Did you watch the most recent award show that was all over the air last night? I did not, but I'm just curious to see what a professional thinks.
I don't really watch award shows. I
Hmm.
told myself I wouldn't watch an award show until I got invited to one.
Hey, that's real.
That's it. You know what I
Ain't
mean?
nothing
Because
wrong
I
with
mean,
that.
Hmm.
no, not at all. Because I mean, I think that saying that those are. those are who they are recognizing, those who are putting up the forefront, those are those who are shining. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I count it joy for when, my constituents, like give me praise, or like, saying we're around each other and we're doing what we love. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about like my Zach Bruce's, my Tamika Williams, my Rocky Sandoval's, like
Yes,
my J
Tamika.
Tate's, what I'm
Yep.
saying,
Mm-hmm.
like I
Mm-hmm.
love, seeing those people get down, what I'm saying, like I like seeing those people rise up, what I'm saying, and get their shine and do their thing. So like that's what I'm more excited about. Like I think as far as artists today, like there's so many, you know what I mean, and there's like so many different flavors. It's like it's almost hard to keep up with what's trendy. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's
that goes
really
back to your comment about substance, right? Substance is not always
yeah,
trendy, right? We're trying to
Right.
we're
right,
trying to feel good and trying to live, and how
yeah.
Monica, how do you like to say? We want to be well and we want to be thriving.
Thriving.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
And
So,
it.
yeah. Okay.
so with that, what in the next 2 to 3 years music look like for you as far as
What you
your
want to
music?
do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next 2 or 3 years, I see myself positioning where like I am using my prowess in education as a nonprofit sector,
Mm.
and music is what I'm saying, what is providing the sustenance. That means you know like learning how to, like, honestly, like monetize social media. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
that's a game, right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
It's big. It's big business. We definitely hear you there. Well.
yeah, no, yeah, no, it's real deal. So like
Mhm.
everybody developing their niche, what I'm saying, understanding, like content building and branding and all this different type of stuff, like
Mhm.
learning how to make what is my passion, what I'm saying, my what I'm saying, fuel for income and life, what I'm saying, quality thereof. So yeah.
Well, I really like that. No matter how successful you're planning to be in the next 2 or 3 years, your heart is still for the children. So you come back. Sometimes people
Hmm.
think, hey, you're 9 to 5 or what you do in between being on tour. As soon as you make it, like you said, as soon as you're being invited to the award shows, you'll stop. But you just already show that not only you're a gentleman, but like I said, you have a passion for the children because you still are concerned and still want to make sure that you're bringing music and that love of music to them, right? To create and to continue to create. So we definitely, I love to hear that.
Yeah, because the children they need the arts. Like they taking
Mm-hmm,
them out of schools, and it definitely made a difference in my childhood
Hmm.
and my
mm-hmm,
upbringing. So
mm-hmm. What instrument did you play, Monica?
the piano.
Okay, hey, I
Did
played the
you?
flute. I was a little flute. If I had known, I would stuck with
I took
Hey,
about
no,
five
hey, real
years
deal
of
though.
piano
hmm
Mm,
lessons.
did you?
Yep.
Listen, I need to hear a song. Bust out something that you know.
I used to play a whole new world. Used to.
See, I'm gonna give you 3 weeks. Dust them cobwebs off, and just give me the chorus. That's all I need.
Okay, that's gonna be magic. I said that's something for us to bring back in 3 more weeks. We want to hear
That's what
Monica
I'm
get
saying.
down a whole new
That's
world.
it. A whole new world. Show me something.
So Jay,
Yeah.
since you do meet people and you've been naming people, dropping gems, is there a moment where you have been musically starstruck or?
You fanned out.
I mean, we just gotta know because you're
Oh
pretty cool.
man. Yeah. There was one time I got caught like a deer in the headlights.
Oh, okay.
It's because she's so fine, man. She's beautiful. Guapole, she caught me. She
Why?
caught me
That's
in a.
Monica's. Oh my goodness,
No,
closer.
She's
yeah, no.
beautiful.
Listen, no,
Yeah.
she's beautiful and she's cool as a fan, right? You know what I mean? But yeah, she caught me. She caught me slipping.
Okay, well that's nice to
She
hear.
caught you like Bambi.
Yeah, real deal. You know what I mean? Like, jaws to the floor, I couldn't even pick it up. You know what I mean? But I was young and impressionable, so yeah, I
Oh,
was
okay.
blaming on that. I'm blaming on that. But yeah, that was it. That was the one. After that, I gained a composure because people are people,
Yeah, that's true.
and that's just what that boils down to. And then I
Okay.
learned that if I'm in the room, I belong in the room. So
That
Okay,
part.
amen. Hey, thank you. I like
that's
that's
it.
that right energy. You said if I'm in the room, I belong in the room. I'm sorry. Sometimes we
That's
just
it.
have to reiterate when the truth. We like the truth around here. Okay, it just makes us feel
Hmm.
good in our spirit. So
That's it.
okay, well, kind of keeping down with this thing. August was Black Business Month, and
Mhm.
we really enjoy kind of talking about some of our favorite Black businesses. And you are a man that travels all around the country and the globe. So will you just let us know, is there a Black business that you are like, you frequent, you think should be recognized, that you love in Seattle or around the country? I mean, we're curious now. We're really about this Black business. I got such good feedback, and we were getting texts and messages from people. And we want to ask you, tell us
Oh
about your
no.
Black business experience. Because Monica was saying, oh, he goes to this barber and da 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 da. Or I was like, girl, okay, well, let's ask it. Let's see what the brother's gonna tell us. So.
Right.
Oh, listen. Like, shoot, I wanna put my barber on blast. I don't know if she's gonna appreciate that, but she is a
Okay.
black woman and
Okay.
she gets
Right.
down. She gets down.
The people that
Uh,
know, they know.
the people that know, you know what I
Right.
mean? And then like I said, I'll ask her after this, and then like moving forward,
We'll
I'll know
tag her.
exactly what to do in that regards, right? You know what I mean? But she's the barber for the stars, and she keeps me straight. I am into smelling good, smell goods. You know what I mean? Like I like
Mhm.
smell goods. And my sister Kalina and the Noir Lux candles are my go-to.
Hey now.
They got one called Cuffing Season.
Ah,
That's
perfect.
my jam. That's my jam. I like that every morning and every night, and it gets my mind right. It really does.
Okay.
Yeah, it burns a lot when I'm creating. It burns a lot when I'm reading, chilling. Yeah, those are my candles.
Okay.
Woodwicking.
Okay, and look at this. We actually have a code for Auntie season with that. So you can go
Yeah.
if
Come
you want to,
through.
yeah, if you want to smell what Jay Charles likes to wake up to and go to sleep at night with, you go on ahead and go to Noir Lux. You can go online, and Monica, will you tell them what the code is?
It's auntie season.
Go
And
ahead.
get your money off. Save some coins, and still get to live. The Seattle celebrities.
Yes, lavishly
Yes,
in luxury.
yes, very much so.
The pandemic helped me get a rededication to self care,
Good. Okay.
and a lot of that had to do with my skin and my hair. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I have been down with Spree Beauty products. They have this beard and face oil that is like the fountain of youth. I
Okay.
swear,
Okay.
I'll be out here glistening, even in the nighttime. If the light hit my beard right, it looked
Ooh.
like a constellation. It's dope. It's
Got the
dope.
got the ladies blinded, huh?
Listen. If they peeking, then they seeing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're a mess for that one, but the truth is the truth. But you know what, lady family, he's good looking. So I mean, he's very R&B and soul that way. He's easy on the eyes, he's easy on the ears. Some people have been blessed upon blessed upon blessed. So it's nice to see that he has a humble spirit with all the blessings
Right.
that have been bestowed on him. That's what I'm saying.
God is good all the
Amen.
time. All the time.
Amen. Okay, so Jay, we appreciate you taking this time to speak with us. We do have one more question. We want to know, how can we find you though? We promised that we would let the people know. Let us know if you have a website or you on social media. Like,
Tour
boom, boom.
dates. We want to hear you soon.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I'm on like chill because, like I said, we was going from May to July, so we're looking at some later fall dates will be announced here real soon. A lot of
Okay.
things are in the works and in motion. Social media, you can find me at Sir underscore J Charles. That's SIR underscore JCHARLES. I'm on SoundCloud under the same moniker, where you can listen to a lot of my recent releases. And yeah, new stuff coming soon will be out on all streaming platforms, and you'll be able to hear
Yay.
that
Super
upon
excited.
release. Oh yes.
It'll be right in time. Whenever it is released, it'll be right on time. So I know that is something that Monica and I are looking forward to. We're looking forward to catching you out and about the town. That sounds really exciting. Anything else, Monica, that we are forgetting to ask Jay that we wanted to? Because, we just don't want to monopolize all of his time, but we are grateful to
No.
have you with us.
We appreciate it. Yes.
Back. Maybe you'll come back when your project's out. You'll, give us a little taste, talk about it
Yeah,
with us. We appreciate
that
that.
would be fun. That would be fun to do a release on the Auntie season. Let's rap
Yes.
about that. That would be
Okay.
good.
That's so grown.
Hmm.
That's very grown and sexy. Well, you see, you heard it here. We're gonna hold them accountable. We're gonna be excited. That's something to look forward to. So we definitely appreciate you. We wish
Thank
you
you.
a wonderful school year, a wonderful tour season, and blessings and love always.
For the rest of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then on and on and on through. I appreciate y'all having me. Real deal.
So much fun, and just a good time. We can't thank Jay Charles enough for blessing us
Right.
with his time. But now, moving along, it is time to get your calendars out and get ready for what September has in store. Are you ready, Monica?
Yeah, what you got for the people?
Well, we start off the first with it being American Chess Day, and you know how people love to say it's chess, not checkers. So,
Girl, it's always chestnut
it's not.
checkers. You better know how to play the game.
Thank you. So get your mind right, and that's how we start off September 1st. It's Alzheimer's Appreciation or Awareness. I should say Awareness Month. And as someone who's had family members and loved ones that have been impacted by Alzheimer,
That
hey,
is also. Mm-hmm.
I said, shout out, show support, and pray for some breakthroughs because
Right.
that's a lot. It's a lot on the family. It's a lot on your loved ones, seeing them go through that. So blessings
Support the
and
caretakers. Yeah.
death. Monica, say that again, please.
Support the caretakers.
Please, please do. Don't just say, oh, my auntie or my cousin or my friend has it. No, 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 no. Check on the people who are in care of them. Make sure that they get a little bit of support because it's emotional, especially when you're caregiving for family. So that's just a side note. It's also World Letter Writing Day on the 1st, which that's a lost art, but I like to do it during the holiday season, send out real cards, not
Right.
just emails and things like that. Do you like getting mail still? Do you like written letters and things like that?
I do. I don't get written letters too often. Back in the
Hmm.
day when I was young, I used to get some letters from the field. But anyway,
Oh, girl. Yes, honey.
but besides that, no, I get cards or thank you notes and letters, and I should do better by that. But I do send them out with my, like my gifts. I be sending out to my
Yes.
loved ones. Y'all be getting those
Oh yeah, those
notes.
blessed Monica boxes. Okay, y'all, you be on the lookout for those. It's also Pink Cadillac Day, right? And so when I think of Pink Cadillac, I think of two things: Max Drive Lax, okay, and
Mary Kay.
yes, and that's the one I think about, honey. And who is the bigger Mac than Mary Kay? I mean, for real, like everyone at some point has tried a lipstick, or if you haven't, go ahead and try one so you can be part of the club. But we know someone who's been selling it, been a part of it.
I mean,
It.
I did.
Yeah,
Hopefully, Mary Kay here slaying that lipstick. No, they got some good products.
they
So
yeah, and so I'm always impressed with that. So anyway, that is the first. Okay, so even if you've missed it, take note for next year. These are the things that happen on the first. The second is World Coconut Day, which it's more than just coconut oil for the skin and
other things, but
coconut yeah, coconut water, keep you hydrated. it's it's
hmm
it's a it's a real thing. So September 2nd, make sure you got some coconut in your life.
but you
If
know what? That
hmm,
real coconut, I had the real coconut in Hawaii, girl. Whew.
hmm.
Yeah, it was different.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, oh yeah, and the real coconut water is very when it's straight out the coconut. But
and the coconut meat.
yes, and so what I will say is this: get your coconut because it's going to be a wild weekend. Remember, this is a holiday weekend. I mean, the third is National Tailgating Day, and I think it's just appropriate because a lot of college football is back. High school football is back, and of course, the NFL, honey, is back this month. So, National Tailgating Day. We also have the fourth is National Macadamia Nut Day.
And those are some. I don't want to set nobody up. Macadamia nuts are good for you.
Mm. All right. I like the way I know. I don't think we've had enough sidebars, girl. Wait, what is that? Okay, never mind. I guess we won't get into it like that. But I just feel like we're gonna circle back on macadamia nuts one day, family, and it's gonna be good. Messing with Monica, I know it. Um, it's also Miss Sweet Tooth eat an extra dessert day on the 4th.
Well,
And if you're into wildlife, it's also National Wild. Oh, that's the petty Virgo. I said if you're into wildlife, it's National Wildlife Day as well
I
on the
mean,
4th.
I see deers. I'll leave out of my place and I see deers in the front yard. They be like, "Hey, girl." I'll be like, "Hey."
Yeah, no, that's too up close and personal. That's that's a testimony. The 5th, though, of course, is Labor Day, so everyone enjoy the long holiday weekend. It's also National Cheese Pizza Day, and when I heard this next one, I'm gonna be real. I was like, oh, this is people of color kind of day. This is National Be Late for Something Day. So September 5th, man, mark it down. If you struggling to work a little late, it's because it's a national day. It's be late to
Mm.
something. So I just
I
want
guess
to.
you can use that excuse for your, for your job or employer.
September 6th is fight. It's Fight Procrastination Day. Okay, so I guess they follow up with the National Be Late
Right?
for Something Day with Fight Procrastination. I go, that's very Virgo
Look, at
shady if
this
I've ever heard
point,
it.
just go ahead and manifest you're gonna be on time. Don't even speak, you're gonna be late. You know what I'm saying? Don't even look at the clock. Just I'm gonna get there on time.
Okay, and then it's National Read a Book Day, Monica, and I know we were, speaking with, I guess last week about that, Malcolm. Books are
Yes.
good, so it's National Read a Book Day. So grab a book, dust it off. If you've been looking at it, crack it open and read a couple of pages.
Girl, yeah, I had to do that recently. So
See, and I love it. The 7th is Buy a Book Day. The 8th is International Literacy Day. So I guess there is a theme here, and it's
I mean,
quite a.
it is September. School.
Yeah, definitely. School is definitely back in session. It's also World Physical Therapy Day, and as someone that's and there's going to be a point in your life that you might have to experience going to a chiropractor or having physical therapy. And I tell you, if it's done right and you have a good therapist, it is life
Oh, I
changing.
love physical therapy.
So that is what's up. Also September 9th is randomly National Teddy Bear Day. So I was like, okay.
Well, I used to collect teddy bears when I was younger. I was good for having a lot of stuffed animals, but
See, well, I love it. Well, we know that September 11th, of course, is a memorial of September 11th in the United States. We also know it as Patriot Day, but it's
right.
also, sometimes another day will come along and it'll overshadow the day that it originally should be. It was, and it's also National Grandparents Day. So,
Oh,
as people who we have so much love for, well, my grandparents are all deceased now, but I have nothing but love and major respect. We were having like a 2-hour sidebar talking about family before this whole thing and just
right.
how in love I am with mine. Good, bad, up, down, crazy, honey. There who
It's,
God
it's
gave me.
family,
Yep.
like
And
Jill Scott said. It's family.
yes, I'm working with them.
Oh,
So it's Grandparents Day. So I just want to shout that out, and I know that you are obsessed with your grandparents too, and you still got a grandparent out there. So girl, you are doubly blessed.
yeah.
I
I
feel
have,
like.
I have, I have a grandmother
Mhm.
still. She's still living and kicking and talking
Mhm.
mess. I love her.
Thank you. I was like, so you are blessed. And I feel like if you have grandparents that are now in heaven looking out for you, think on them
That
today,
too.
look at their picture, tell someone a story about them,
Your
or
ancestors are still with you.
yep. Or if your grandparents are still here in the land of the living, you better call them up.
Mm-hmm.
Run by Nana's house, pop up, send them that letter. Okay, they're gonna appreciate the letter.
Right.
But shout them out. Don't take the elders for
For
granted. They
granted.
are a
Nope.
blessing. Yep. Um, the 12th is National Day of Encouragement and National Chocolate Milkshake Day. So I can get down with that.
My milkshake brings on the boys to y'all and they
Da,
like.
da, da. Okay. Oh, but be careful, girl. We might have to edit that out because Khalees.
She want her credits.
She said, "Pay me," and she get mad. She'll say, "I'm the reason why they were successful. They did milkshake in one episode back in the day." Anyway,
I'm gonna give her some grace. I'll just leave that alone because I was about to say
ooh,
something. But anyway,
girl. Okay. It's International Chocolate Day on the 13th. I had to shout that out because
I love me some chocolate.
I
All
know you
types of
do. I
chocolate.
know you do. September 15th, though. Well, we're already going to mention a lot of why that
We
is one
likes
of
to
the best. Yes, so
party.
it is a day to celebrate. There's a lot of amazing Virgos born on September 15th, yours truly. And then it's also National Creme de Mint Day. And I like some chocolate and mint, like,
Hmm.
so that's what's popping on the 15th. There's other good days. I'm a foodie, so I love um, that it is National Cinnamon Raisin Bread Day and National Choose Your Chocolate Day on the 16th, and it's also Mexican Independence Day and the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month. So
I
that's a
love me
shout
some
out,
Mexican food, girl.
girl. You
Look,
know it. We half of our happy hours. Okay, if we no, actually more than that. I want to say 90% of where we end up going to for happy hours or for girl kickbacks, catch ups, anything over the last 20 plus years that we've been rocking. It's always a Mexican.
tortilla
I-
chips and salsa and
yes, and margaritas.
tacos and
Girl,
margaritas,
yes, it just all kind of things get settled there. The 17th.
avocado. Hmm.
Anyway, girl, don't make me say avocado because it makes me think of the commercial and then of course the cartels. National Apple Dumpling Day. It's National Dance Day on the 17th. So get up and shake a tail feather, dust
Move them
yourself
hips.
off.
Shake
Yes,
that negative energy off of you.
girl. It's International Country Music Day as well, and International Coastal Cleanup Day, which is relevant since the Northwest, we have a lot of pristine waters or waters that could be pristine. So I guess if you're out at the beach or on the coast, pick up that
You know,
plastic bottle that you
do
see. It
your
doesn't
part.
belong. Yeah, it doesn't belong
Recycle.
there.
You know I
Exactly.
do.
I mean, hey, we all do. We kind of have to if you live in the Pacific
Well,
Northwest.
when I was younger, my first job at 14, I was picking up trash on the side of the road and we was doing the recycling. So,
Girl, that's funny you say that because my little first job, well, like official like summer job, I'll say, because
yeah, it
I
was
was
summer.
babysitting. Yeah, because you babysit and have other side hustles if you are a child that's about that money.
Hmm.
But it was being a young environmental saver in Seattle, so we were cleaning up the Duwamish,
Mm.
yes, in our neighborhoods, and then we got a chance to go to summer jam at the end of our
Oh, well,
our
yours was
summer.
better.
Well, I mean, because we were working, they were trying to be clever and find out ways to help the environment. Of course, that's when we're learning about environmental justice as well.
Right.
Because there is a difference, with how certain areas, and we saw it in the Duwamish. I mean, at that time back in the day, it was all kind of stuff. It was
Uh,
crazy.
well, the
So
only thing they just didn't take taxes out of our paycheck. We didn't have to, it was non-taxable income.
yeah, it was like a stipend. That's how ours was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? And shout out to those programs that exist out there for the kids to work or to do something. My One of my girlfriends was telling me that her daughter had been involved in some kind of little summer stipend program where for entrepreneurs and whoever, had a successful business would get a certain amount of money, a little
Mhm.
stipend towards it. And, it's just something, it's that spirit of entrepreneurship. It's that
Right.
spirit of hustle. It's showing them what to do. I mean, get out there, figure it out, hustle, see what it's about. I mean, if you hate working, you know that you need to do, to
I
get a
wouldn't even say
plan.
that. If you don't want to really have to deal with people, girl, I would do that job right now. If they paid a decent amount, I'll go up there and pick some trash up. I ain't got to deal with nobody.
That's where your energy is, but we understand right now. The 20th though is National Register to Vote Day or Voter Registration Day. So if you are on the fence, you can need to not be on the fence. You need to go ahead and vote, and not just vote in these national elections, which they do matter.
No,
They matter,
you need to
but your
get down to the
local,
local,
yeah,
man.
but your local is really where it's at. And you
'Cause these
know,
property taxes,
girl,
these tabs.
Girl, girl. Anyway, girl. You want to make me go to church? But September 20th is also National Rice Day, which shout out to Tai Tung in the International District. It's National Pepperoni Pizza Day. It's National Queso Day. Girl, September 20th is popping in the foodie world. I'm sorry, like that just got
It
me
sound
all
like a
kind of
whole bunch of
excited.
happy hours. That's what it sound like.
Just nothing but just blessings on blessings. The 21st is International Day of Peace and World Gratitude Day. So, just kind of take a moment.
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in.
See, I like it. And then it is the 22nd, which is the beginning of fall equinox. Of course, Virgo season will be coming to an end. And we have National Girls Night In Day. Hey! Hey,
Hey,
I know.
you might have
I'm,
to do a girls trip.
hey, I love that. Okay. And then the 23rd is this day. This day. See, it's perfect. Everything is ordered. The 22nd is National Girls Night In Day, and then the 23rd is Hug a Vegetarian Day. Monique, I'm gonna need you. Okay, I'm gonna need to give you a hug. So I love it. I know you want to say vegan, but whatever.
You
Uh,
know what? It's just there's certain things I just don't eat, so I'll just say plant-based, whole food, whatever.
Oh, yes, I love it. And then the 24th is, it's all right. It's International Rabbit Day, or Cherry's Jubilee Day. Do you like Cherry's Jubilee? I'm not really a fan.
I don't think so. And if it's a rabbit day, if you see a rabbit, that means fertility. So y'all might want to.
Well, I mean, depends on what way, what way you're rocking. Let's see. The 25th is going to be National One Hit Wonder Day. So
Girl,
all of
you
the
know it's true.
Mm, Anyway, that's all I can say about that one. It's also, to me, this is one of the most important days. National Good Neighbor Day is also on the 25th. Okay, so be a
Like
good
a good
neighbor.
neighbor.
And then nope, and then National Comic Book Day is also on the 25th. And of course, a shout out to Rosh Hashanah. It's going to be sunset of the 25th to the nightfall of the 27th. So you know everyone celebrating Rosh Hashanah that is coming up, but I'm sure you already are aware of that and making plans and getting things together. The 26th is National Love Note Day.
Oh,
Isn't that sweet? I love it. And then the 27th, girl, we talk about this all the time on this podcast, and that is Ancestor Appreciation Day. Mic drop. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, if you're not celebrating your ancestors, well, then why are you even here?
you're right.
um, the 28th, I don't drink beer, so I'm not that interested in that.
No, a nice ginger beer, but that's few and far between with me. Honestly, I really don't drink that much. I'm more of a social with my friends. Other than that, you know,
Yeah, I know that. And then it's also National Coffee Day on the 29th. So beer day was the 28th. The 29th is coffee day. And then of course,
I guess
Sep-
look after you have the hangover, you need some coffee, you need some caffeine. I'm
yeah,
decaf girl, so it
yeah, I know the fact that you're even trying to rock with the coffee. That's amazing. I'm on that tea. But National Coffee Day and National Biscotti Day are on the 29th, and then of course we're going to round off the month of September with the 30th, which is, drum roll please, intern International Podcast Day. So
Hey,
I knew you would love that, girl. So I'm
but
like,
you know what? Yeah, we do have some listeners in Nigeria and
mhm.
then the DR.
Yes, and then we had some Trinidad and Tobago. So shout
Yeah.
out. The
Hey,
random
y'all.
place, the randomness. I love it. And of course, the monthly observations and observances and things that are important. It is National Yoga Awareness Month and National Self Improvement Month.
Get your
So
stretch on.
yes, and get your mind right. It's National or World Candle Month. It's not national, it's a world thing. My apologies. But it is World Candle Month. And you know how we love candles and we got a candle code at
Mm-hmm.
Noir. So, we're all about the candles around here. It's also National Chicken Month. I celebrate chicken more than you know. And then it's National Honey Month. So shout out to our original Virgo who loves the bees and the Bayhive. It is Honey Month, so be extra sweet. It is Classical Music Month. So I'm sure there's
I do like
always,
some classical music.
yeah, I swear every time I hear Claire de Lune, I think of my mom, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you definitely, you got a piece or two, right? It's just gonna show you that you're well rounded, and it's a vibe. Some days it is a classical music kind of a day, so
But
it
it
is
kind of
what it is.
it kind of reminds me in the movie Sleeping with the Enemy. Oh Lord, y'all, I'm going back, but
That's my movie.
there's a
That's my
scene in there where
movie.
he's playing that classical music, and she just knows y'all
It's
have
gonna be
to.
on. It's gonna be on. I tell you this: if you guys have seen enough with Jennifer Lopez, but you haven't seen the precursor, which is Sleeping with an Enemy with Julia Roberts, then you're really cheating yourself, because
Right.
that's why Enough is cute and it's good, whatever. But because I've seen Sleeping with the Enemy, I'm like, oh no, 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 honey, that was girl, 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 girl. When you seen some of the things that husband was about, did you not like hold your breath and gasp? Like,
I
anyway,
did, but it's also letting you. I mean, it's showing you what red flags you need to look out for.
and then before Sleeping with the Enemy, we can't forget Rest in Power Farrah Fawcett, because she also, no, she passed away on the same day as Michael Jackson. I don't think she was a Virgo, but honey, she had the OG, a little domestic violence and woman get away or woman don't get away, honey. Burning Bed. I remember I was obviously too young to be watching that movie when it was
Okay.
released, but I did. I was like, but I saw it, and that's all I have to say. Sometimes it doesn't always pay to be hitting on people. Okay, that's just what I know, because you have to go to sleep. So enough said, honey. We just gave you a good, like, if you want to have like I Am Woman Hear Me Roar night, go ahead and watch enough. Watch Sleeping with the Enemy. Watch Burning Bed, and you will. If you had a man, he better get out your face for that night. It's
Oh
gonna
well,
be real.
don't forget your favorite Virgo, Beyonce. She got a movie too. I forgot the name of it.
Are you talking obsessed?
Yeah.
I mean, no, that's good. But see, when I think of like Enough
Right.
and Sleeping with the Enemy, without giving too much of those movies away, we know what they're about. They're about
Right.
married women who are married to the wrong partner. That's how we'll say it,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Enough. Obsessed reminds me more of Fatal Attraction.
Or the
Like
hand that rocks the
the
cradle.
cradle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when your husband is doing too much,
Right.
even when he doesn't intend to, just being overly friendly or doing too much. You don't know what nut job you're being too friendly to. You're encouraging straight up foolishness.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry, but girl, see, we done sidebar, sidebar. Okay, and then it also is just another side note. National Mental Health Awareness Month. Is that correct, Monique? I want to make sure I'm getting that right.
I believe so.
Okay, yeah, and the
But
only
I mean, that should be every month, honestly. Like,
yeah, we definitely encourage that around here. And the reason I said I'm asking Monique, because we're working on something. We're working on something big for you guys, and we're excited about it. But it is National Mental Health Awareness Month, and that to me
right.
ties along with it being that self-improvement month and yoga month, and kind of anything you can do, gratitude day and all those things, anything that you can do to make sure that you are elevating and living on that higher level is really what it's about, right? Don't let anyone's toxicity or negativity hold you down, or
Look, or don't even self sabotage yourself. So,
speak on it. Love thyself. So like I said, Monica, always a good time when we get together. Anything else that I'm forgetting?
no, I think we said enough.
For real. Monica, where can they find us again?
They can find us on Anchor, Spotify, and now iTunes.
Mm,
And please like, share, subscribe, and leave us a comment. You can shoot us an email or a voice message if you'd
mhm,
like.
mhm.
And with all that, love and gratitude.
Remember to call your aunties or your girlfriends and say hi. Bye.